From the Des Moines Register from the year 1985 by Dick Evans. In the minds of many veteran league bowlers, there is too much emphasis being placed on the integrity of the game and not enough on common sense. League bowlers are beginning to wonder out loud why they should pay membership fees from $4 to $5 in most cases to join the American Bowling Congress, ABC, or Women's International Bowling Congress, WIBC, organizations. Instead of being catered to by the ABC or WIBC, they often appear to be harassed. In addition, many bowling proprietors are no longer pushing new leagues to seek ABC or WIBC membership. Instead of feeling like a teammate in the game of tenpins, too many innocent proprietors are feeling like the enemy in a game of war. And even worse, ABC and WIBC officials sometimes are making league bowlers the pawns in their disputes with proprietors over lane conditioning and certification. All of this unrest began during the 1977 and 78 season when record scores started to accelerate at a rapid pace. The ABC, which considers itself the watchman of the game's integrity, started to point fingers at blocked lane conditions. They blamed unscrupulous proprietors. One city secretary went so far as to write a letter to his local proprietor association and virtually accused each member of cheating on the way they were oiling lanes. High scores started to be thrown out, sometimes for reasons that made no common sense. The following are 3 examples. 1. Illegal oil conditions on the left side of the lane when the 300 shooter was a right-hander and did not throw a backup ball. 2. Lane inspection did not take place until more than 12 hours after the award score was rolled. 3. Lanes inspected before a tournament and given an OK. Then, after a rash of record scores, the lane conditions are called illegal and the scores are not recognized by the ABC. All this is baffling enough, but try this on your common sense. 1. If a score is rolled on illegal ABC or WIBC conditions, why is it allowed to count in the standings of a sanctioned league? And why is it possible for the illegal score to win prize money in a sanctioned league? 2. If a record score is bowled, why is the bowling ball seldom checked for hardness or weight? Many pros think the urethane ball is the real culprit behind the record scoring spree. 3. If a bowling ball is ruled illegal for competition in the WIBC or ABC national tournaments, why is the serial number of the ball not sent back to the local association to guarantee that the illegal ball is not used in league play? Then there is the point of having a bowling center certified after the league season has already started. Proprietors should be forced to complete certification of lane conditions before the fall leagues. A league deserves to know before it starts bowling whether a house has been denied certification. It could decide to move elsewhere, or it could delay starting until certification is completed. Why should the ABC or WIBC take the bowlers' membership dues if the lanes have not been certified? And under present rules, how can scores count that have been bowled in a non-certified house that may not have its foul lights in operation? Sometimes it seems that certification officials are worried about the wrong things. The following are 3 examples. 1. A gutter being 1/16 of an inch too high rather than how many mechanical breakdowns the bowlers suffer through each night. 2. A pin being off spot in September but not in January. And 3, too much oil on the lanes as opposed to too little, which would drastically reduce scoring. If you look carefully at all the internal problems, you come away with the impression that national bowling leaders are more worried about curtailing the potential scoring of about 40,000 members rather than addressing the real gripes of 7.5 million members. With both the ABC and WIBC losing members, they should be concentrating on making friends and trying to avoid making enemies. If a proprietor wants to block lanes and produce artificial scores, let him assume the expense of high score awards. Let him explain to league bowlers why the ABC and WIBC got out of the expensive high score award business. Unfortunately, too many bowlers are forgetting the real benefits of belonging to leagues sanctioned by the ABC and WIBC. And those would be bonding, supplies, standardization, rules, etc. Instead, many are starting to think, if I ever get lucky and roll a 300 game, it probably will be thrown out. So why bother to join a sanctioned league? Just ask Harry Nemnich of St. Louis. Nemnich, 62 years old, after competing in 2 or 3 leagues a week for 25 years, finally rolled a 300 game. It was turned down, reportedly because there was too heavy a concentration of oil between the center arrow and the third arrow from the left. Nemnich, a right-hander, reportedly was rolling his ball over the second arrow. I've been a league secretary for 10 years and a league president for 10 years, which makes a total of 20 years I have devoted to bowling. And this is the thanks I get, Nemnich said.